from Santa Clara. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Doing what?
Who you finna put? But you'll play J Mar though, Gary. Come on, but this shit crazy. And J Mar got way more cheese than me.
Bro, shut up, Chew. Stop talking to me, bro. You just get on my nuts, bro.
You really scared of me, Hudson. Me. Chew. Show, send your cash app to the group chat. He in the group chat. Send. 49ers be cheating with they.
Here we go. Man, I got you. Kill. Switch.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Daddy, why you don't want to see me?
75 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know you gotta cheat. I know you gotta cheat.
7-0. The kickoff team on the field.
Every time they run a ball, they get a big hole. I ain't tripping.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Oh, wow, that's me.
And not a bad
I was
return.
trying to join. You said, didn't you join?
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
21.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Bailey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 99. 21. Watch out. 2. 36. Draw quarter. Check.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Here we go. 54 is Mike. Check 1, Omaha. 54. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 41 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Cousins gives way to Cook. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, that discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Cousins now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run. Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
54, right there, 54.
Hey, let's go.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Hey, Stever.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. The 30, 20, 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Hey, buddy.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone.
So you want to see me, buddy? No, sure.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there,
I want to bet you, though.
First down, Minnesota.
Cousins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Cousins.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And out across midfield down to the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Cousins to throw it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. The 20. There he goes, right side.